Morning. Welcome to Coffee with Hoffy. Well, I'm running a bit late this morning, so hopefully, that's my favourite pen, put that over there. I'm running a bit late this morning, but let's just get started. I'll tell you how late I'm running. I needed to top up my nail varnish. But anyway, maybe we can chat while I do it. Hope you don't mind. Welcome to whoever's just joined. Pop something in the comments box and or your name, and I can say hello properly. I hope you've got a drink. I hope you've had a good week. Mine's been mental. And if you haven't come here before, then well, let's just do this because this is going to drive me nuts. You know what it is? It'll just get on my nerves if it's not done. So before I pull some cards, I don't know if you watched the last one. It was obviously just me practicing, really, having not done these before. So there you go. Look, that just makes that a little bit better. I'm getting them done later, so this is just a touch-up. Anyway, we're going to pull some oracle cards. The angel guardian card of the week was Medicine Mother. So I don't know if you watched the Sunday Shuffle, but if you do, every week we pull an angel guardian card to help and guide us through the week, and something to focus on, you know. So if we get a little bit, if we go a little bit astray, then I'm happier now. It's funny, all these things that really bother me, you know, any of us really, we get caught up in our, let's take that ring off as well because that's annoying me. Okay, so, right, Coffee with Hoffy. Yeah, so this is the card. Shall I move that over there so you can see? Okay, there. Just get my books out of the way. I've got lots to show you today. So this is the card. There. And it says, honor your inner knowing. So the focus of the week was to take the time out and take the time out for yourself, which lots of us don't do, but specifically to rely on the inner you. You know, we all know, we go to work, we do this, we've got this outer person that lives in life and gets things done. But we all know that when we go to bed at night, you know, it's our inner us. That's the inner us that we talk to and rely on and question and ask for guidance. And so we've all got that within us. But this one's called Medicine Mother. And that's from Sharon. Okay. So this is Medicine Mother. So this week I was really thinking about things that I ate, what I was putting into my body, what I was putting out in terms of nurturing other people or helping other people, being kind to everybody, no matter whether they're kind to me or not. I decided that I was going to just give my kindness, because why should I be different to accommodate that person or those people? So I was faced with a few challenges this week, but I dealt with them really well, and I relied on this card. I just kept calling in this card to bring me back to my inner self and trust who I am. And I had a really good, happy week. It was great. So the angel guardian cards helped me, and I'm sure that they help other people that follow me on Facebook. But anyway, what we're here for, we're all trying to get our lives to a better place. You know, we all want to be in a better position in our lives. And yeah, so here we go. Coffee with Hoffy. I'm relaxed at the moment because it's Saturday morning. It's 8:30 in the morning. Some people you may have been up, you may have been for a run, you may have been for done your yoga, you may have had to put all the washing in, done all your chores, you're out the door, you're on your way to the shops, you're on your way to the beach, you're on your way to an event, you know, all these things. You may be very busy this morning. Whereas I, on a Saturday morning, tend to ease myself into the weekend and work on, focus on what I'm doing for the following week, reflect on what I've done in the past week for myself, and yeah, there's lots of different things. You know, update my journals, my diaries, things like that. I've got lots of them. Trust me, lots of books. Look. Lots of writings going on in here. So I was going to show people how to start filling in journals, because lots of people don't know how to fill in a journal. Lots of people just, they draw a blank. They think, what shall I put? So hopefully I can sort of give a bit of advice about that, and I'll try and develop a set of questions that I can put out and help people on that. Then I'm going to show you my, I've got a little spreadsheet, so I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of that, of how I've been spending time on myself. And that's what it is. It's about you spending time on you, you know, actively working towards your goals. Somebody once said to me that unless you're a full 90 degrees out, you're heading in the right direction. I thought that's quite good, isn't it? Because anyway, in order to set your goals, you need to know where you're coming from. So anyway, let's start with the oracle cards first. So I tend to use the ones that I don't use on the regular readings. I say that apart from these, actually. These have been pretty good for me. These are Psychic Tarot from John Holland. Right, so here we go. So let's see what we've got. I'm sorry if it seems all over the place, because I haven't really worked out what this Coffee with Hoffy is all about. It's only the second one. So if you've got any tips or advice on what you'd like to see here on a Saturday morning, then feel free to put something in the comments field or message me direct. That's fine. So let's see. Yeah, I should have something, some sort of plan, shouldn't I, to work to? Some sort of scripting. What does that mean? It means that I wasn't very well prepared. Well, it beats staying in bed today, I tell you. I've done plenty of that over the years, lounging around in my bed. I think I'm ready for something different now. So let's see what this card. Let's see how in tune these cards are. So we had the new moon, black new moon on Wednesday, the 19th of August. Why was it a black new moon? It's because you normally have 3 new moons every season. And this August, you happen to have 4. So they called it the black new moon. And new moon is a great time to set your intentions of and your goals and your aspirations, you know. So some people did a moon manifestation. I didn't do mine actually until the day after. You've got, I think, 3 days either way. But you may have noticed that the moon was very, very black, and you'd have only seen just a little slither of the moon because all the sun was on the other side. And yeah, so what we got? Oh, sacral chakra. Sacral chakra. Sacral, and I think that's in the tummy area, sort of down here somewhere in there. That's your sacral chakra. So looking after your tummy is really important, isn't it? I've obviously been nurturing mine for some years, but yes. And what was I saying? You know, this week I was really focused on what I was putting into my body, because it's medicine. This is a new thing that I've come across, that all this time I've just been eating because I'm hungry, eat what I like, eat because it looks nice, eat because it tastes nice. And I'm trying to change my thought process. Obviously, you have to work at changing your thought process, but I'm trying to change my thought process to thinking that food is medicine, and I only need to give it what it needs in terms for medicinal purposes. I've had good days, bad days, but you know, you have to keep trying at these things, like I say. So we've got the sacral chakra. There. Number 2. 2 is about balance. Yeah, 2 is about balance. 2 also means partnerships and duality. People, that's, you know, people coming together in a partnership. So that's really nice. I think that's a really lovely card to start with this morning. So we'll put those away. I'll stack them up over here. Got a bit of a messy table today. Right. So I said I'm trying to use the cards that I don't normally pull out for. I might pull them out in a personal reading, but I don't tend to pull them out on a regular basis. So let's just do the spirit animal card, and let's find out what our spirit animal is for this week. I've actually had one of these is in my purse. I put the bear card. I love the bear. I know bears can be very, very dangerous, but I love the bear. The bear's so strong. So I've had that in my purse all week. And that's why people say, oh, why do you get all these cards? You know, these oracle cards. Oh, it's all hogwash. Oh, is it? Really? Well, actually, what it does is it provokes thought. That's what it does. So I love animals, and these spirit animal cards, these provoke thought for me. And obviously animals can be very spiritual. You know, the person that put these together, that did these drawings, I mean, they're beautiful. And let's have a look. Let's see what we've got to go with our tum, our sacral chakra. Have you ever tried to sort of beam out, you know, let that part of you grow, your sacral chakra, in that if you're all tensed up, you know, if your body's all tensed up, all of these chakras, they're all kind of closed off. And sometimes you just have to lay flat and just focus on that part of the body to try and emanate it, try and release it, or some stretching, or just anything that you can do that's good for it. Drinking I'm drinking coffee. Normally I would drink, I don't drink anything really, but coffee, mint tea, hibiscus tea is my favorite. But yeah, so something that's going to make you feel good in that tummy. I think that's really important. If you can get that in this weekend, that would be lovely. So let's find the, oh gosh, come on. I really hope this is going to be a nice one. And it's in the colour. And this colour has really been with me all week. These oranges, these reds, these sort of sunset colours, I mean, they are the best, aren't they? Sunset colours are just beautiful. We have got the phoenix. Now, a mythical creature, I admit, but who wouldn't want to have spirit animals and miss out the phoenix? So the phoenix to me feels, well, it is. You always think it's rising from the ashes. So no matter where your baseline is here, the only way is up, isn't it? You don't want to go further down. The only way is up. So yeah, the phoenix. And the other thing about the phoenix is that they're not shy. They're out there. Their wings are out there. They're up in the air. They're showing you who they are, and they're showing you that they've got passion and they're driven. Yeah, I like that. Really nice. Really nice. Nice 2 cards to have. I much prefer, you know, when you home in on these cards at a slower pace, you get much more from them. So I was saying here about emanating light. And what did we get? I mean, you couldn't get more brighter than a phoenix coming up. The fire, well, fire energy is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So that might mean something to you. So my cup, I know it says Hoffy on there. This is my finest china. It's I don't know what to do because I know it's going to break. It's cracked, and I'm frightened to get another cup. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't leave me, faithful cup. Right, so let's see. What can we're going to use? I think this is called Vision Quest. Slightly Native American, which is always good. Always spiritual, aren't they? Native Americans. So what else do we have? Oh, I did tell you that Uranus had gone into retrograde. So that was another major event last week or this week. Last week. What does that mean for us? Well, Uranus has got our back, basically. It's a really kind planet, but because it's gone into retrograde, you may have felt a real shift last Saturday. You may have felt that you woke up feeling much more positive than you normally do. Yeah, that would have been Uranus. It's hard not to make a little silly joke about it, though. Yeah, so this is the time. So Uranus is in retrograde until January, and it's in the fixed sign of Taurus, which is about stability, security. So the next 6 weeks are super important. They're super important to your life because in 6 weeks' time, you've got 2 major planets coming out of retrograde, and that is Jupiter and Saturn. They've been sat in retrograde since the beginning of the year, but they are all about communication and movement and action. So there's going to be a real shift of fast energy picking up again. You know, we've been in very slow energy for most of this year, obviously due to COVID as well, but it's made us go inwards and be thoughtful and reflect and trying to gauge what it is and where we really want to be in our life when we come out of this COVID. And for some people, they're still in the thick of it. I'd say in the UK, we're all behaving like it's all done and dusted, but I don't think it is. I think we've still got a little way to go yet. Although we have got so many precautions in place. Anyway, so the point is, yes, you have got until January 21, but you've only got really until mid-September when the other planets come out of retrograde to really focus in on who you are and what you want from life. So this is why I started doing the Coffee with Hoffy, because I felt that people needed some sort of support during that time. And I just really, going to share how I've been managing what I'm doing, because obviously like everybody else, I've got aspirations, I've got goals. I'm trying to make changes to my life. And what I've realized, because I've been studying this for about a good year now in terms of how to change your life, I've realized that you just have to keep chipping away. And then every 6 months you have to do a little assessment, because when I did a podcast, which I thought I did last year, I checked it out and it turns out I only did it 6 months ago. And I was like, oh, well, in that case, I've achieved quite a lot in 6 months. If it had been a year ago, I thought, gosh, this really is quite a slow process. So I think, oh, there's one upside down in there. Let's get that out. Is it upside down? Maybe not. Okay. Maybe I was seeing things. Hang on. Sorry. I have a little bit of a... Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wasn't going mad. So you know, all these things, people say, all the manifestations, There's so many avenues to go down. I honestly, I could list out about 100 different avenues you can go down, but it all starts with just you and a piece of paper and the thoughts in your mind. It's as simple as that. That's where it starts. And that's why I encourage people to fill in journals, because journals are so important. You are kind of marking out where you are, and then you're marking out where you want to go, and everything in between is how you get there. On that note, when I first started this How to Change My Life, which was about 6 months ago, it must have been more, I think 8 months ago. I think I started watching lots of information, downloading lots of information, reading lots of information about a year ago, but about 8 months ago. Anyway, so what I did is I decided to find out, apparently you can't go anywhere unless you know and accept where you are now. So I downloaded from Google lots of pictures and put them onto one page of how I felt that my life is represented today at that time. So it represented today, and all these sort of like where I live, the sort of house I live in, my size in weight, and somebody trying to do a press up and not really getting that underway, the kind of foods I ate, my relationships. I have got this all in, like, it's like the worst vision board ever. It's like that nobody would aspire to that at all. And then I actually went through that process. I actually learned to accept me. I was so busy thinking, oh, I want this from life, I want that from life, and want. And I hadn't actually accepted who I was in the first place. So it was a really eye-opening exercise, and I would recommend it to anybody. So once I'd done that, and I was suitably depressed after it, and I felt quite sad that I'd maybe not made more of an effort. I then set about to do, people talk about these vision boards. I mean, they talk about them like they're very glamorous, but actually I thought, well, how do I want my health to look like? What do I want my house to look like? And I put these on a picture over here. So now I had the here and now and the future of what I wanted. And I'm somewhere on that journey about here, tracking through, trying to find my way to here. And every day is a school day for me. Every day I'm learning something new. But it's a really good exercise. If you haven't done it, have a go. If you're not sure, just drop me a message and I'll talk you through it. I'm very good at sharing. So, happy to share anything with anybody, really. Share anything with anybody. If they want to know, they can know. Right, let's find this card that's going to support this journey today. Vision quest for us. This is for us, right? Look at those colours. I can't look. If I'd gone to okay, right. That's that. This is the grandfather. Now, when you think of grandfathers, what do you think of? You think wise. You think you're not going to go up against a grandfather, are you? Strong. Is that it? That looks like a bison to me. Is that a bison? Yeah, that's somebody very strong, somebody with deep thought, wisdom, guidance, have lived life. Do you know what I think about grandfathers? You can't get anything past them. If I think back to my grandfather, I just adored being by his side all the time. Just thought he was the most amazing man in the world. And he didn't even have to do anything really. I think one day he gave me a big box of rusty nails and put me in the shed. You know, they used to have the stone on the side of the bench. And he said, if you can sharpen those nails for me. And at the time, I thought he'd given me, seriously, the most important job in the world. Clearly, he just wanted to get me out of his hair. Well, he did whatever he did, I think, tended to his plants. But he kept me busy, you know. So wisdom, yeah. I mean, you know, this card changes tomorrow, but knowing, honor your inner knowing, that's part of that as well, isn't it? You know, respectfully acknowledging you, taking time to think about you, your thoughts. Yeah, I like that. That's a really nice card. What did I say about sunsets? We've got sunset right there. Can't write this stuff. Now, here we're going to go. We're going to go really off-piste now to something really weird. These cards, they're the art cards. And I thought, because I love art, I thought, oh, well, I'll really enjoy these. I think they're a bit crackpot. Some of them are really out there. I think last week we had a naked man, which was hilarious. So let's see. So if you was wondering what to put in your journal today, I'd be writing questions to ask myself later on. So I would be saying, am I taking care? So I'd go back to this. I'd say, am I taking care of my stomach? What can I do today to relax my stomach, help it emanate this, you know, that chakra? Be that drinking, you know, a nice soft cup of tea, like say mint or something fruity but calming. How much have I grown? So I'd be writing that question. How much have I grown in terms of the phoenix? So for me, the phoenix is, you know, 6 months ago in the ashes, and how far along that journey have I come in 6 months? So I'd take some time to reflect on that. And the grandfather is, what did my grandfather's always had a great saying. My grandfather always said, less haste, more speed. So he never rushed at anything. And I think that stayed with me. And I'm sure everybody, if they were fortunate to know their grandfathers, they would have had some words that they would have said or still say. And if you weren't fortunate enough to have a grandfather, I'm very sorry about that. And what I do in those cases, because not everybody has a full family, I borrow my friends. It's as simple as that. I've borrowed many dads over the years and still do. So just borrow a friend's grandfather. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's very healthy. So let's see what this. I'm actually scared to turn this over. It's going to be some crazy crackpot thing. It's going to take us off piece. But anyway, so that's what I would be putting in my journal. And I think, all the time you give thought to these sorts of things, you're helping your mind to expand. Oh, gosh. And when your mind expands, you feel peaceful. Because people always say about, I want peace and happiness. Oh, where are you going to get that from then? Because you can't get it off the shelf in the local supermarket. It all comes from in here, Let's push up a little bit. It all comes from in here. It comes from you. That's where peace comes from. It doesn't matter what job you've got, what house you've got. They're just material things that you aspire to. Everything else has to come from here. It's how you nurture in here. It's how you spend time with your friends and your family, how you spend time listening to them, helping them, guiding them, nurturing them. That's where that peace and harmony comes from. Oh, harmony's totally been a word this week. Anyway, so let's see what comes out now. Oh, blimey. Told you, they're all a bit nuts. So here we go. Off piece. I'll see if you can read. I don't know. Is it backwards to you on there? Possibly. So, I don't know who this is. I would have to Google this guy. Le Corbusier, I would say. So Corbusier sounds very French. He does look like a grandfather, though. Look, doesn't he? Old Pops with his pipe. And very French. So, oh gosh, you see that. But weirdly enough, I'm going to read it out and see if you think this matches what we've been talking about. Theory makes perfect. Practice. Oh no, I told you they were weird. Practice makes problems. Sign your name in concrete. Go big and go home. Told you. I don't think I'm ever going to agree with these cards. But I do like the fact that he's a grandfather. I think ignore what he's saying because he doesn't know anything. Not like this one. This is a bit much. Right. Choose your grandfathers carefully. I want this one. I want the one that's full of wisdom. This one's a little bit nuts. Go big. I mean, I would say go big or go home. Most people would say that. Theory makes perfect. No, it's practice. It's practice makes perfect, not theory makes perfect. Practice makes problems. If you practice something, how can that possibly make a problem? See, look, this makes me annoyed. That all these cards, they're all like that. They all make me disagree with them. But anyway, we're keeping the grandpa. If we've got a little bit of a Looney Tune grandpa, is it okay to be a bit nuts? Yeah, I think so. I think it's okay to be a little bit nuts. Don't think you have to be serious all the time, do you? Plenty of serious stuff in life to keep us serious. Yeah, so a little bit challenging there. So what's the next one that we are going to... Oh, yes, so we're going to use... Now, these are feminine energy cards. Again, I don't really use them very often. Oh yeah, and these are the weird gypsy cards as well. So I told you these are all the cards that I use, that I don't generally use all the time. Although I'm really favouring these at the top. These are bonkers. So I think last week I did this one first. So let's just do. No. Sorry. You have to go with what feels right, don't you? There you go. That's gut instinct, isn't it? You should always go with your gut. Follow your guts. Follow your sacral chakra. Right, yeah, so these are feminine energy cards. I hope I can read them, because sometimes people that design these, the writing's so faint, or it's on a weird background, I can't read it. Oh, let's do that again, actually, because I did this last week. The card just moved gently. Let's have a look. What do we reckon? Because we've got some pretty good cards there. Yeah, you crazy dude. I want to cover up his nonsense. Cover it up. And cover it up with a. There. Because he's not speaking any sense, is he? Okay, poor old grandpa. Right, Joan of Arc. More French. We've gone all French. The Warrior of Light. Oh, here we go. I told you I can't read this. So, I have. Is that steed or? Hold on. Oh, okay. I have a still like faith in myself. The angels armor me with I told you they put them on conviction. We've gone all like strong here, haven't we? So Joan of Arc, the Warrior of Light. I have still like faith in myself. Well, good. You know, we all need that. And the angels armor me with conviction. Yeah, be clear in your convictions, isn't it? You know, I suppose. Still like faith. Your faith, your beliefs, your values. Yeah, they've got to be solid, 100%. Told you this is going a little bit off-piste. Let me just focus on that for a little while longer and see where it takes us. So these are even super weird. They're Gypsy Fortune cards, but they're a bit weird as well. So let's see. I hope you're enjoying a little bit of coffee with Hoffy. Yeah, another little heart there. This is my heart, look. If you notice, that's on my logo. So I took a picture of that and put it on my little logo. Not many cards here. Let's see, what do we want? Because we've gone all French. Very French. Why would we go French? Le. Joan of Arc. I mean, none of us really want to go into battle, though, do we? It's not a fight. It shouldn't feel like a fight. Life shouldn't feel like a fight. If you're on the right path, life should feel very easy. It doesn't mean you're not going to get challenged, but if you're on a flat path, it's more like a moving path. If you're on the right path, you only get challenged or many obstacles if you're looking down the wrong path, looking ahead down the wrong path, or trying to approach it in the wrong direction. You know, maps have many different roads that lead to the same destination. Some of them are easier than others. Some people go, I want to take the scenic route. Well, that's lovely. It's your time. This is your time. You know, from the day you are born to the day you die is that time belongs to you. It's up to you how you spend it. I don't want to go into battle. Oh gosh, hell no. I do think, yes, you should protect yourself, but I'm sort of stuck between two places at the moment, because I would have said, if you'd asked me that question last year, I would have said, yes, protect yourself, you know, coat yourself in this armor. And I now have different kind of beliefs. So now I believe that I am protected. I don't necessarily have to protect myself because I'm already protected by the universe. The universe protects me. Why does the universe protect me? The universe has always wanted to protect me. I just haven't allowed it. So that's slightly different, really, for me, I think. I think that's the thing. It's about these journeys that we all go on. You know, we're all at different stages of these journeys. Yeah. I don't want to fight. Oh my gosh. Will you believe this? Oh gosh. Right. So don't fight. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Look. Dun, 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 dun. Red, white, and blue. Again. This red, white, and blue is trying to tell us something. I mean, obviously, the Union Jack is also red, white, and blue. Oh, no, it's blue. French is red, blue, and black, isn't it? Yeah, oh, that's good. So we've gone British now then. This is British. It's got black in there, though. Okay. Well, we've got somebody in authority, haven't we? He's got a love heart behind him. So maybe for some of you, you're going to be meeting the man of your dreams, you know. His head's full of your heart. So that's nice. Something regal. Well, I would say, you know, hold yourself high, sit upright, keep your shoulders back, keep your head held high. That's what that says to me. Regal. Royalty. Well, treat yourself like royalty, just in case no one else does. Authority. And they've got staff there. You know, that's very authoritative, isn't it? You know, that person speaking out there, you know, just holding that. I don't know what they're called. Let's call it a staff, but it could be anything, a wand, couldn't it, really? I can't think what they're called. But anyway, if you're holding the stick, you know, you're speaking, aren't you? It doesn't matter. Do you remember, I think, is it Lord of the Flies? They held the conch, didn't they? If you had the conch, you were allowed to speak. So I feel that is, yes. So maybe if you're challenged in some way with this Joan of Arc, you know, if your beliefs are strong and your values are strong, then Yeah, go with it. Go with it. Stand, I don't want to say stand your ground. It doesn't mean like that. I just mean, and it's about the angels armor me with convictions. Yeah, be strong in your thoughts, you know. Although you don't have to answer yourself to anybody, but if you were challenged, then, you know, but stay true to you. God, that was a bit, I really liked this bit up here. I felt it was a very soft energy. And this, I think, is about you as a person. You know, we talked about the sacral chakra. We talked about wisdom, you know, relying on all of that. That is really nourishing and nurturing. I think this bit down here, and I want to move them away like that. These ones feel that you must be prepared that not everybody is with you on your journey. Not everybody is with your flow. Not everybody understands what you might be doing in life. But if you're being absolutely true to yourself and it absolutely feels right, you must continue, and you mustn't worry about what other people think. In life, you are not here to be measured against other people other than when you are in a sport. If you are in the Olympics, yes, because that is specifically set up for us to measure against each other. If you are in some sort of competition, but on a daily basis with, you know, with man next to you, woman next to you, you don't have to be in competition with those people. Just being you within your own right is absolutely good enough. And if it makes you feel good inside, you are in the right place. Now I'm going to go back and read this again, because I always think I must be able to find a way to make these crackpot words work. Theory makes perfect. Okay, so, well, knowledge in anything will make you better at your craft. Okay, so I maybe agree with that now. Okay, so I've changed my thought process, looked at it in a different way, and practice makes problems. Yes, but if you try something for the first time and it doesn't go right, you may feel like that's a problem, whereas I may feel that that's a learning curve. So to me, it's not a problem. It's just something that would encourage me to practice again. And then I would have another go at it. And then I would have another go at it, another go at it. And then somewhere along the line, you would have practiced enough times and said, yeah, I think I've got the hang of this now. So, okay. Oh, Grandpa, yes, you were full of wisdom after all. Sign your name in concrete. So if I was to sign my name in concrete, I'm really firming up who I am. Really, I mean, my real name obviously isn't my name. Hoffy is a nickname. Everyone's got a nickname. If I was to write my name, it'd be Hoffy, my nickname. But sign your name in concrete. So I think that's just like letting people know that you're solid and sound in your convictions. There we go, convictions there. Go big and go home. Go big and go home. Okay, so if you go big, how does that make you feel? Makes you maybe feel that you've achieved something. So that's the reward. That's the reward. Go big, go home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where you feel safe. So I think old Grandpa here, that I didn't like very much, with his pipe. I think what he's trying to say is get out there, do what it is that you want to do, trust in yourself, and then come home and reflect on it. I think that's lovely. Good old Grandpa, he came through in the end. Right, I like that. But as I say, I'm always challenged by these cards. I'm sure by the time I get to the end of them, that would be a reflection just on its own. Okay, so very quickly, because we're nearly at an hour now, and I think that's ample time for coffee, because let me taste my coffee. Has it gone cold? Yeah, but it still tastes nice. So let me just have a quick shuffle around over here because I want to show you something. So, and I'm happy to share this. Just drop me your email if you want this. Because I've got it on a different computer. Put it in print mode so that you can see. Let me just lift this up. It's a little bit. Oh, you can't see anything. Oh, that's really annoying. Why is that then? Why does that not show you? Oh, well, I never realised that. Hang on, just bear with me. 1 second. How annoying. Zoom. Let's zoom to that size. Is it still too bright? Ah, there you go. There you go. Try and get, it's because I've got too much light on it, I think. Right, just bear with me 1 minute. Let's turn that light off. Let's turn those lights off. And let me just try and get it at an angle. Well, basically, it's a little flow. It's a light bulb. I don't think it's going to let me show you. There you go. You can't really see, but basically down here, I've listed all the things that have been happening during the week in terms of reflection, and then I've been annotating them down here. So I will post this somewhere. I'll post this on. Will I put it on this YouTube, or I'll put a link to my one of my pages anyway? I'll put it on there to give people an idea of how to log and reflect during the week, and the sort of questions that I asked myself, and really to gauge how well I did. So I did pretty well this week in most areas, and certainly in expanding my mind. Anyway, so, or maybe I'll try and print it out for next week so people can see, but I'll definitely put a link and share it with everybody. So I think that is the end of Coffee with Hoffy. I know there's one person that's dedicated to watching pretty much the most of the thing. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And it was very kind of you to give up your time today to watch this. And I hope that if you only took one tiny little thing away from it, then I'm really blessed by that. So, but I'm going to be going away now and thinking about these, updating my journals, updating my diary. I've got things planned for today. To give you an idea of what the sort of things that I'd put in my diary today. Tonight I've got to get a bit dressed up because I've got to do a video for my moon manifestation boxes, which I want to put the video onto my webpage. And I've got to start making some body scrubs, which I make from scratch. So that'll be my evening, no doubt, with a glass of wine in tow, maybe 2 glasses of wine, who knows. But anyway, it was absolutely adorable to spend this time with you. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, or here. And I really appreciate if you just hit the bell or the like or the subscribe. It really helps me to understand whether it's what people want to see. And yeah, cheers. Well, Hoffy with coffee. So this was week 2. Have a good week. 7:30 tomorrow night on Facebook. We'll change this card and do the star signs. So, and I'm hoping also tomorrow to put together the star signs, love signs, star signs. So your love messages for September. But I really feel that I should break out and do a finance one as well, because I've got some other stuff to share on that. So we'll see. There's so many things to do. Unfortunately, I have to go to work in the week, so I only get the weekends really to do this. Which I earn absolutely no money from, by the way. So I do this all because I love doing it and I want to share. That's why I do it. So love and light to you. And yeah, take care. Bye now.